Hey guys, I just wanted to pop on here and just share some love, share some energy, and just reflect on possibly what we all may be feeling during this full moon in Gemini. And full moons historically, astrologically, are about releasing things, letting go of things. And so in Gemini, what wants to be let go of? Well, Gemini is all about the mind, thoughts, communications, how we think, how we do commerce, how we do daily exchanges. And so I just wanted to share just how this energy has showed up for me today. And I had an amazing aha moment, and maybe you guys can relate. I, as an entrepreneur, aspiring astrologer, wellness coach, health coach, I'm starting to put myself out there. I'm starting to really, take that next step of being authentic in what I'm doing. I've been on this self-healing journey for a long time now, and it's been scary at times, stepping out into the unknown, and especially learning to work for yourself and putting your gifts and sharing yourself to the world. There's been a lot of having to overcome fears and mind thoughts and insecurities, and it's been such a personal development journey, and I'm still on this journey. It never ends. It will never end. But I had a breakthrough moment, and I realized with this full moon, like, wow, communicating your truth can set you free. I might even relabel this "communicating your truth will set you free," because it did today, and it got me very clear on who I want to be in this world and how I want to show up for myself and others. So just to be transparent where I'm at, guys, I'm staying with friends in Texas, and I'm building my business. And as part of the exchange of being here, I'm helping with the house. I'm helping, my friend just with her personal journey in exchange for me being here. And also, while I'm getting to build my business and getting to do things on, again, the entrepreneurial side, which is also working with doTERRA essential oils, which is an MLM. And so that's new for me as well, even though I've been using doTERRA for almost 8 years now. I just haven't gotten to the business aspect of it. So it's really learning. I call it the business of Isness. So anyway, sometimes we make decisions out of fear and scarcity, because right now, my finances are pretty low. And that's okay. This is part of the process, right? This is the part of the process of growing and learning. And I structured myself up to be an Uber driver for Grubhub driver, to make extra money. So I don't mind doing what needs to be done to generate income, because I know abundance is all around me. It's just allowing abundance in and realizing the negative mindset I had around abundance. So that's been an ongoing healing journey for me, as well as learning to accept abundance is all around me. Changing my identification with money codes. I've been on this journey. I've been in gifting communities. I've done so much to really overcome my relationship with money, and just learning how to be independent, how to think independently, how to work for myself. And it's really by working for others. You're always in service, no matter what you decide to do. Whether you decide to become your own business owner, entrepreneur, you're always going to be in service. But I want to set it on my terms and my time, because I realize in this realm, the most valuable asset that I have right now is my time. And so how do you spend your time wisely? Well, I was presented with an opportunity today to really stand up for myself and have a full illumination about how am I spending my time. And if I make decisions out of fear, what am I moving towards, and what's going to be the consequences? Because right now, I have to be very precise on how I spend my time and energy and my money, right? I have to be precise. And I put myself in this position to learn this lesson, because I'm always realizing in this process that the universe is for me. It's never against me. And the only thing that I really have to regulate as best as I can are my thoughts about what's happening, my thoughts about what I'm perceiving happening all around me. So in this full moon Gemini illumination, I had this aha moment and an opportunity to really get clear on what is my purpose, why am I here. And so I'm going to be honest and transparent. I was in this fear space about money. And so I'm looking at like work from home jobs, because I want to also, since I'm a digital nomad, I want to get a steady stream of income from something that I can do at home. So I was looking at data entry. I was looking at just ways to make money online while I'm still building my business, while I'm still, sharing my astrology and building my doTERRA business. There's just so many things I want to do. But then I realized, wow, I don't have the time and energy and space for everything. I've got to be very clear on how I want to share my energy, my time, my words, my thoughts, my essence. How do I want to spend that? Even spending is connotated with money. So I had this interview this morning with this company. It was this travel. It looked really fun. It was like, oh, a travel agent. I can do that. I can do that online. I can, because I like to make people happy. I like to bring people joy. And when people are going on vacation, they're very joyful, right? They're very at peace. And I thought, oh, I was in hospitality for so many years. That's a way I like to serve, is by making people happy, maybe making people feel good, right? Inviting in just a sense of self. So I thought, wow, people who are going on vacation, I can, help them with their travel plans. And so anyway, as I was reading the email, we're getting ready to have the Zoom meeting. It said commission based. And I was like, wait a minute. I thought I'm looking for salary based because I want to ensure that I have steady income coming in while I'm building this business of Isness with doTERRA and my astrology. And so I pulled cards because I was like, wait a minute, something feels off. And just after, contemplating and meditating, I just felt like something was off, that I was on the right track, but something was a little out of alignment. And what came to me really clearly is that I don't want to spend my time creating for somebody else, even if it's something that's going to bring joy to somebody, because it's not mine. It's not my authentic voice. It's not how I want to spend my energy. And so right now I'm in this position where, I don't know where the money's going to come from. I can just keep planting seeds and keep sharing myself and keep offering my services and my gifts, my medicine, myself, and connecting with community members who are also wanting to grow. And I don't want to spend this time, even as fun as it may be, commission-based, doing something for somebody else. Hi guys. Hi Andrea. Hi Fortini. Anyway, this aha realization came to me. It's like, time is so valuable, and your voice, your authentic expression is so valuable, and how you share it, how you want to show up for the world is what's needed right now. And no matter how good something may appear to be, if it's not in alignment with your mind, with your heart, with your body, if it's not fully in that space of reverence, of really sharing your authentic self, if you're doing something just for the money, I get sometimes we have to do that to get to this next level of existence. But at one point, do you keep doing something just for money? Or do you trust? Do you trust that the universe has something better in store for you if you just keep following your heart? And again, right now, my most valuable resources are my friends, my family, who I've got to stay with, who are giving me sanctuary and security, a roof over my head, shelter, food on the table. All my basic necessities are taken care of, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And I want to continue to stay in this state of gratitude. And it's a moment by moment choice sometimes to choose love over fear, to choose gratitude over the what ifs, right? And I tell you, it's thank you. Thank you, Martini. It's hard. Ooh, getting emotional thinking about it, because it's not an easy journey, but sometimes it's the journey you have to take. And it's the journey that will lead you to the other side of fear, and the other side of doing things just for this, I don't know, for whatever, anything other than because it brings you joy, because it's your authentic expression, because it's who you really are. And so for those entrepreneurs, self-starters out there, I applaud you. I'm so in your side, and I see you now. I get why this is a hard journey, because it makes you go deep. It makes you shed all these layers of beliefs and fears and thoughts and societal, pressures to be a certain way or to do a certain thing. And I don't know, with this full moon, this letting go of these thoughts, these old ideas, these old patterns, that I don't know where they originated. I guess old aspects of myself created it, because I do come from the premise that all is self, right? That we're all connected to this divine energy. And if you want to check out my page, I just posted this beautiful woman's, I think her name is Jill, I forget her last name, but she's a doctor. She actually studied the brain, which is perfect for Gemini season, right? Because it's all about the mind. And she was talking about how she had this existential experience having this brain hemorrhage, and how she was able to talk, to actually go into her mind and see both parts of her brain talking. And that the right side of our brain is the side that's connected to oneness, that's connected to no time, to being present. And the left side of our brain is the linear part of us that thinks about the future and thinks about the past, and how each of parts of these brains have different personalities, right? So just that coming into my field, that awareness that, I have different sides of me. I have different parts of me that are having conversations at different times. And sometimes those conversations are not pleasant. Sometimes they disagree. But those beautiful times when those parts of you are in alignment, when you're just centered and you're in your heart and you're in that corpus callosum, which is the center part of the brain, which is right where I feel in alignment with the heart. And it's been the daily practice of me getting up and aligning with the heart no matter what. And fear, I feel, will always be there. I feel like it's a companion to love, and that it shows you the contrast of where you want to be. So I want to honor the fear, because I feel like fear is present for a reason, or else why would we have created it? But I will say that, it's a moment by moment practice. It's a breath by breath practice sometimes, of evolving out of that fear and just trusting that all is taken care of. And make that part of your mantra, make that part of your mind speak. Get the right and the left parts of your brain to connect, to agree, to get along, right? Trusting that the now moment will take care of itself. Trusting that the future is going to be exactly how it needs to be based on what you're doing in the now. And the past is gone. And if you need to revisit the past for reflection, for contemplation, I call it going to the museum, right? It's like visiting pieces of your life that were poignant and that were created to remind you of where you are now. But don't live there. We don't live in the museum. We live in the now. And I don't know, I just felt really compelled to come on and share this part of the journey. And for anybody out there who's self-starting, who are entrepreneurs, who are just wanting to follow their heart with their careers, with their passions, I commend you. I applaud you. And I would invite you to explore these ideas, these thoughts, these ways of being that, fear has its purpose. And it points us more to love, and it points us more to faith and surrender. And during this full moon in Gemini, it's about surrendering all the things you think you know, all the things that you may be projecting that just don't feel in alignment anymore. That when you think a thought, it's like, yeah, man, I just thought that. Does that feel good in my body to think that? Does that feel good in my mind and my heart, my soul to project that? If it doesn't, then drop it. Let it go in that moment. Catch yourself. Get better at catching yourself, and let fear be your guide. Don't let it rule you, but let it be a guide for you. Let it show you how you don't want to be, and then pivot. Pivot to a new direction. And if it means getting emotional, because sometimes full moons is about emotion, then cry. Write yourself a journal. Write yourself into the life you want to be. This is just coming in now. It's, because Gemini is all about the mind and writing, communication. So communicate with the right and left hemispheres of your brain. Let them align. Let them collaborate. That we don't have to be enemies anymore. We don't have to be enemies with the light and the dark, the right and the wrong, the masculine and the feminine. These are all polarized ways, because we have two parts of the brain. Of course we're going to be polarized. So anyway, check out that video on my page if you want. I'll resend it and share it, because I think this woman, she's a TED Talk doctor that had this really transcendent experience, and she's a doctor, which really added credibility to my left brain. And of course she had this spiritual experience, which really validated my right brain in oneness. And oh, hi Alexi, hi Christine, thanks for watching, thanks for being here with me, holding space and time. And yeah, if you want to, just reflect in the comments, how have you been experiencing changing your thoughts? How have you been experiencing working with your fears and stepping into the unknown with, I find, the medicine of bravery, because right now with the North Node and right next to Chiron, which is our wounded healer, sometimes it's about staying curious. And yeah, feel fear, feel the fear, let it, feel it, but move through it. Let it move through you and do it anyway, whatever you're scared to do. I'm getting ready to start an MLM business with doTERRA, and I'm calling in other people, practitioners. I'm calling in actually a community that I want to work with, that I want to build the business of Isness with. And I want to be a cosmic spiritual coach. This is something that I've been moving towards for years, but I never claimed it because I was scared. I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think I had enough experience. I didn't think I had enough knowledge. I didn't think I was enough. But you are enough. I am enough. I know my medicine is genuine. It's pure. It's from the heart. I know that these essential oils have worked with me, and they continue to work with me, and they work. And I know that you can generate income by sharing the oils and making it part of your practice, whatever you do. So I would just invite you, wherever you are, to be courageous, show up for yourself, show up for the other, speak what you want into existence, speak it, vibrate it. Use your voice box. This is the time right now to really say, shout, scream, what do you need? And even if it's in a state of surrender, which I love being in that state of surrender, even though sometimes it's hard to get there because my ego wants to be in control, right? My ego wants to push through and conquer fear. Well, but my heart doesn't. My heart just wants to accept it all and just allow. So it will ever be the dance between my right and left hemispheres. It will ever be the dance getting into that center point. It will ever be the practice of getting into those spaces. But if you're in a line with a community who also values these things, and who holds your values and who shares your values, then you can build this life together and be abundant and be authentic and get to live the life that you want to live and get paid for it and not have to worry about how money's coming in, because you just trust. You just trust that you just keep sharing, you keep being, you keep doing what serves the other and yourself from a really, truly authentic, vulnerable space, and then we're going to fly. But it takes that courage. It takes practicing courage, facing your fears, acknowledging your fears, and letting it be a guide as to what you really want. So yeah, I canceled that appointment. I wrote actually a cool email to the lady that I was going to have the interview with the commission base, and said, hey, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you so much. But I got really clear that I don't want this. I'm going to be working towards my own business of Isness. But hey, if you want to check out Livzenastrology, here's my link tree. So I don't know, man. I'm just going to keep putting it out there. I'm just going to keep staying in trust and surrender, and just getting the next assignment when it shows up, where I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to be with, who I'm supposed to be creating with. And this is a beacon call. Whoever wants to create with me, whoever wants to play with me, make money, share joy, have fun, use oils, practice astrology, practice being better, practice better health, let's play together. Let's do this life together. And anyway, thank you for touching in. Hi, Uncle George. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Christine, Alexi, thank you so much. Fantina, thank you. Deborah, thank you, everybody, for whoever watches it, that's watching now and in the future. Stay steadfast. Stay true to yourself. Have courage. Think better thoughts. That's all we can do. Share your love. Share your light. Somebody's watching you, whether you realize it or not. Somebody needs your medicine, whether you realize it or not. Got to get out of our own way get these parts of our brains to collaborate, to feel better, do better, think better, act better. Anyway, thank you guys. So much love. And please share in the comments if you can relate to any of this, and if you're going through any of these processes. Right now is a full moon. It's time to share your voice, share your authentic expression, let it out, let it go, write in a journal, burn it, whatever you need to do. Yeah. Thank you for letting me speak and sharing time and space with me. I love you guys. Mwah. So much love to you. Bye, everybody. Blessings.